Brought to you by Almond Auctions, the worldwide leader in antique tractor auctions.
For those with the fever for big green tractors, this place is a little piece of heaven. It's the John Deere Collector Center in Moline, Illinois. Stand outside a while and you'll be amazed at what you might see just driving by.
They admire it. Like today, there's only one Waterloo high crop in the museum here, and so it's kind of an attention getter.
Yep, there goes Chris Visser of Fresno, California, giving his rare 1952 John Deere G high crop a little exercise.
It's been a long time, but it runs great. I forgot how nice this tractor is. It's nice and tight. I think it looks better than when I left it here a year ago. They must be polishing it a lot or something, but it brings back good old times. It's a fun tractor to drive.
It's amazing just being, 3 or 4 feet higher. You get a whole different aspect of the countryside versus driving in a pickup. You're just completely different.
Since final restoration in July 2001 and a summer jaunt on the Great Iowa Tractor Ride, this G high crop has spent a year away from its owner on display at the John Deere Collector Center. For Chris, just seeing his pride and joy again brought a smile.
Actually, when I walked in today, it looked better than I remembered. I don't know why, but just seemed that way. Well, that's always a big buzz when you first start a tractor, just like when we're going to get a start. I haven't run this tractor since a year ago almost. So this will be the first time I've gotten to run it in ages. So that's kind of a buzz the first time they start.
The John Deere G was a powerful free plow tractor and a popular workhorse on American farms for years. 14 inches taller, the high crop version of the G is a rare machine indeed. John Deere built only 235 of these from 1950 to 1953, and nearly half of those were exported.
And the survival rate wasn't very good on a G high crop because they were normally in tougher country and they just didn't survive. The Gs went to foreign countries and Louisiana and Florida where they used them hard, and a lot of them aren't around anymore. So a G isn't an easy tractor to find. And this one somehow ended up in South America. And another collector buddy of mine was bringing tractors out of South America. So years ago, I needed a G to complete my high crop collection of John Deere's. And so he said, well, I know where there's one down in South America, but it's a basket case.
This G high crop spent a tough working life in Argentina. Basket case or not, Chris knew restoring this machine would complete his collection of Waterloo high crop tractors.
Well, the important pieces and parts, the carcass of the high crop was there. So basically I had to just pull all the pieces, the engine, the hood, and that sort of stuff that is common with a row crop version. I had to pull all that together to make it whole.
Now, it looks better than new. This G is outfitted with a unique 3-point hitch called the Kilifer No. 57 Culti Carrier, an attachment used only on high crop tractors.
Little comparison about the Gs. This is a common G row crop tractor. They made many of them. They were all over the Midwest, a real popular tractor. Well, they're virtually the same tractor, except this is a row crop version, this is the high crop version. The main carcass of the tractor, the engine, the hood, the radiator, the operator's platform, the clutch, the transmission, they're virtually the same. Where the two tractors differ, of course, is the front axle, which is unique to the high crop, and then the back third of the tractor is just high crop only.
Chris also added a 1950s vintage Deere 2-person demonstrator seat for a little added comfort on those long tractor drives. Back in 1952, a high crop Model G would have set you back maybe $3,000 or $4,000, but rest assured, this one's worth a lot more than that now.
I was offered $50 for it earlier this year, and I turned it down.
Chris has about 50 tractors altogether, including some that are not green, but for him, it's still the distinctive sound of that 2-cylinder engine that brings the memories flooding back.
Now, when I grew up, when I started to appreciate tractors as a little kid, that was in the 50s. So that's the era of the high crops is in the 50s. So that's kind of the natural place I went. And I can remember as a little kid, the neighbor had a Poppin' Johnny, and you could hear it coming a half-mile away. And I would run out to the county road to watch this thing come by.
We know what you mean, Chris. And no matter where this G is, it's turning heads, not just from side to side, but up as well.
That always draws attention, especially the kids, either the kids or the old timers. The old timers remember it, and the kids want to take part of it and remember it.